What's up, Libra? Let's see what the next 48 looks like for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Libra placements. I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently. I'm being called to do the readings in reverse. So just keep that in mind. So for the next 48, expect the unexpected, okay, is what I'm really picking up on for the air signs. I gave that kind of disclaimer to Gemini already in their reading. Starting off, you guys have the Two of Pentacles, you've got the King of Pentacles, you've got the Six of Cups, and then you also have the Page of Pentacles all in reverse here, okay? Before we go any further, let me go ahead and pull one brutally honest affirmation card to see what you guys might be going through. They said, don't give up on your dreams, so I went back to sleep. Again, you guys could be sleeping on yourselves right now. You guys could be the type of Libras that get offered opportunities all the time, and you make excuses to not do them. Some of you guys, there's an opportunity for you to excel at work, but for whatever reason, external reasons, you're just not going to be taking those opportunities. So Spirit's really asking you if it's worth it in the long run for you to keep passing up on yourselves and sleeping on yourselves, instead of, you know, moving forward and possibly changing your life for the better. Also, I was channeling something about you need to polish your scales. Some of you guys could play the piano, or maybe you want to learn how to play the piano, or maybe you're learning. But whatever this is, I feel like this is about you guys. You guys could have already gotten rid of something or rid of someone. You're like in this next chapter for some of you, not all of you. And it feels like right now, it's like your scales are balanced. You're like checking them. You're making sure that they're, you know, the screws are in place, but Spirit's saying like polish your scales, make them look good. So I feel like this could be like a metaphor, like you guys need to just kind of start to put a little bit more effort into yourselves here, okay? So whether this is like your looks, I'm hearing looks maxing. This could be your looks. This could be the way you think about things, how you approach situations and people, okay? But again, this is about you guys really just finding the confidence within yourselves to accomplish the things that you are fully capable of accomplishing, okay? At any point, you can change your reality. It doesn't all have to be a dream. At the bottom here, you've got the Three of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and the Three of Swords in reverse. Some of you guys, you did... What did you do? Some of you guys with that Three of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords here, I feel like instead of you taking an opportunity, you decided not to. And I feel like you missed out on an opportunity. But somehow you're convincing yourself that, like, it's okay. Like, if you'd have taken it, things would have been, like, different. Or they would have been worse. Or something like that. This is like, oh, it's fine. That person, like, this is like you not accepting a promotion. The person that got it, you're feeling a little, like, some sort of kind of way. I'm not going to say jealous, but it feels like it's some sort of kind of energy here. But then you're like, oh, whatever, like, they have to take on more responsibility and, you know, well, at least I don't have to be on call. Like, you're making excuses as to, like, why you pass something up. But, like, literally, deep down, I feel like you're feeling a little salty here. I'm hearing you got no one to blame but yourself. If that's not resonating, I feel like you guys, at this point in time, you could be giving up on going out. You could be giving up on doing things that solely benefit you. Because Three of Cups upright, you're like celebrating, you took an opportunity, you took a chance. Seven of Pentacles is all about you really looking at what you've sacrificed and like what you've gained from those sacrifices. But if they're upside down, then I just feel like you weren't ready to give something up. You're not ready. Some of you guys aren't ready for the next chapter. So you're just kind of like creating a placeholder for yourself. Where you are, it feels like it's a placeholder, okay? So, I don't know. That's just the energy I'm getting with that. But moving forward, in the next 48 hours, you guys are very clear-headed when it comes to a certain decision that needs to be made. I feel like you guys could have been in your head about a person, place, or thing here as to how to act or go towards it, or maybe to move away from it. But I feel like in the next 48, you've made up your mind about this. I feel like you're no longer asking questions. You have all your answers. You're not really looking to to be swayed one way or another, right? Like that time is over. You're like, no, I've already made up my mind. This is what I'm doing. So I feel like you guys are genuinely walking. It's like walking into a building and like announcing something. So you guys could be announcing something to your family, to your friends. You could be like, I finally made a decision. I'm going with this. I'm doing this. So again, I feel like you guys are going to be putting it out there as to what your final decision is, okay? With the King of Pentacles in reverse, some of you guys are spending a little bit too much money. You're being asked in the next 48 to just kind of take it easy. I do feel like if you guys have been splurging or you're just like trying to spoil yourself or spoil other people, it just feels like you need to like chill for a minute. Some of you guys are feeling a little imbalanced. Some of you guys also you could be getting paid this week, but it's not as much as you thought it was going to be. Okay, maybe they messed up on your hours, or maybe they didn't, maybe you should have been making your new pay and it didn't come through. There's something here about delayed money, all right? So that could be throwing you off in the next 48 because maybe you had plans and now you got to cancel, all right? Six of Cups in reverse. You're done with the past here. I feel like if you've been dealing with somebody in a relationship for the last 6 months, 6 years, 6 weeks, I feel like you're kind of moving away from the nostalgia. I'm hearing the honeymoon's over. So you guys could be kind of facing the reality of what is in front of you at this time versus what was. And so the nostalgia's gone, the excitement's gone when it comes to this. Some of you guys are done trying to put your time and effort into family as well. I feel like you guys could be really drawn to taking care of your parents, your grandparents, maybe just the elderly people around you, but it just feels like you're kind of done with that, at least in the next 48. You refuse to look at something from like rose-colored glasses. You would rather see it for what it is, okay? So again, if this is like a relationship, you're being real with yourself, you're being honest with them, and you're just letting them know, like, maybe you've grown apart, or maybe you're just not interested in what you were interested in before, okay? So there is a change of heart here on the table for somebody when it comes to a relationship. And then lastly, the Page of Pentacles here. I don't really see you guys putting much attention or effort into this anymore, okay? I feel like if you guys have been the one trying to keep something afloat, whether at work, whether at home, or wherever, I feel like you're kind of just not going to be making the effort in the next 48. You're like, let them make dinner, let them, text me first, let them make the first move. Like, I feel like you're just kind of taking your pentacle and you're like, look, I'm available. You can talk to me, you can have me, but you got to make the effort. I'm tired of it always being me. So I do feel like you guys are going to be putting your foot down in the next 48 hours to prove a point here to somebody, all right? So that's what I have for you, Libra. Hopefully this helps and resonates. I'll catch you guys on the next one.